Welcome back to State of the Nation tonight with me, Matt Goodwin, and a very, very happy St George's Day to you and your loved ones. So the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, has tried to claim today that the Labour Party is the party of patriotism. Speaking at his Downing Street St George's Day celebration, he claimed that the Reform Party are a bunch of moaners and that he's glad Labour celebrates British history. But is the Labour Party really the party of patriotism? Is it patriotic to open up our southern border to illegal crossings, removing any deterrent and letting illegal migrants run to record numbers? Is it patriotic to decriminalise illegal migration and grant the right to stay in the UK to the vast majority of people whose first act on entering our country is to break our laws? If Labour was patriotic, would it be handing over our sovereign territory to an ally of China? The Chagos Islands deal is said to be one of the most bizarre pieces of diplomacy in British history. Not only have the Chagos Islands never belonged to Mauritius in the first place, but we're also now set to pay a rumoured £18 billion for the privilege of giving away our own national territory. If the Prime Minister was patriotic, would he have administered a brutal crackdown on the Southport riots and protests, announcing much of the country, many people who were just asking questions about mass immigration, border security and integration, as the far right? Would young mothers and wives like Lucy Connolly be currently serving a 2.5-year prison sentence for what she said on social media in what was once the home of free speech? Is it patriotic to rewire our legal system around a two-tier policy that very nearly openly discriminated against a white, straight British majority while being more lenient towards minorities? A policy that was based on recommendations from none other than Labour Foreign Minister David Lammy. Is sacrificing equality before the law patriotic? Is it patriotic to stifle freedom of speech through a new definition of Islamophobia that's going to limit what we can and cannot say about the religion of Islam and its place within Western liberal democracy? Labour's adopted definition that may well end up being enshrined into UK law defines Islamophobia so widely that we shouldn't be surprised to see people getting arrested for engaging in a legitimate debate about Islamist extremism. And what about Labour's plan to drag us back into the European Union via the back door? How patriotic is that? Does that respect the vote of 17 million Brits to restore sovereignty to these islands while at the same time smashing our borders? No, I don't think the Labour Party is the party of patriotism, because a real patriotic leader is somebody who recognises a country is not really a country unless it has control of its own borders. We can only stop the migrant crisis by leaving the European Convention on Human Rights and overhauling the Human Rights Act. A true leader who understands the nation would preserve our ancient traditions of free speech and individual liberty. A patriotic leader respects his nation's sovereignty. Only when Sir Keir Starmer begins listening to the forgotten majority, the people who are fed up with this political class in Westminster, who have betrayed them time and time again on everything from mass immigration to free speech, to economic prosperity, can Keir Starmer even begin to claim to be a patriotic leader?